The backpack is out, and that can only mean one thing. We're going to Portugal. I need to get dressed because I'm in pajamas. But after that, we're ready to go. Okay. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, I have at least. I don't know about you guys. Let's do this! We've made it to the airport.
I got a very early flight from Copenhagen all the way down to Lisbon, and it was quite a long flight actually. It was almost 4 hours long, which I wasn't expecting it to be that long. But anyway, eventually I made it to Portugal. The first thing I did was go to the hostel that I was going to stay in for the first night, and dump my stuff. And then I headed over to Cascais. I got the train, and it was a 40-minute journey from Lisbon to Cascais, and the reason that I was going there was to do some scuba diving, which of course you will see in the next few clips. But I had lots of fun. I met up with the people from the dive centre, and we had lunch together before going on the dive. They invited me to have lunch with them, which I thought was super nice. And that's where I'm off to right now.
I'm so excited. I'm loving Portugal already. I am just outside of Lisbon. I'm in a place called Cascais. And I'm going diving today, which I'm so excited because I haven't been diving since Thailand actually, and I've really missed it. So I'm really excited to do a dive today.
So this is the view from the dive centre, and guys, let's just take a moment to appreciate it because Cascais is so beautiful. We had lunch. They gave me an omelette, some rice and salad. I usually don't eat eggs, but I was like, it's okay. And after lunch we got onto the boat, got changed into my wetsuit. This was my first time wearing a full body wetsuit, and honestly I found it so uncomfortable until I was in the water. Once I was in the water, it was all okay. I did struggle a little bit at the start of the dive with equalizing, but that is a problem that I have consistently, and honestly it's something that I want to work on and something that I need to work on. But once I was at the bottom, as always, I started getting distracted by all the cool fish and wildlife, and everything was okay all of a sudden. And it makes the struggling at the start very worth it. And if there's one thing that I got from this dive, that is that I definitely need to keep practicing to keep my skills in check. A little bit about this dive site: it's called the Canyons of Hell because it's close to the famous mouth of hell, which I'll show you a photo of. The temperature of the water is significantly cooler to the previous dives I had done in Thailand. For comparison, the water temperature in Thailand was 28 degrees, whereas here it was closer to 13. We hopped on to the boat and headed back to Cascais. We saw some very beautiful places along the coast, and they gave me a bit of a history lesson, and I really appreciate everyone's time on this dive. They were so kind to me and really made me feel like I was part of the team.
As you guys saw, I went scuba diving yesterday. My ears are blocked. This happened last time as well, and I think it's to do with me not being able to equalize properly while I'm underwater, but hopefully over time that should get better. I don't think I mentioned yesterday, but something that I absolutely love about traveling is people. Like, usually I'm not a fan of humans, okay? Usually I have some complaints about people but when I'm traveling I seem to come across like the loveliest people, and it always gives me a lot of hope. So for example, yesterday I was waiting to get the train to Cascais for scuba diving. I'm so out of breath. Look at this hill. And someone bought the wrong tickets, and coincidentally they were the tickets that I needed that I hadn't bought yet. I was in the queue to buy them, and they gave me their tickets. Like, how sweet is that? I am meeting my friend Anna. We're going for brunch.
Guys, I was so excited to meet my friend Anna. I haven't seen her in a year and a half. Can you believe that? That is such a long time. but it was so nice to catch up in person. We had brunch and then we headed over to a park close to where we were staying, and I took this opportunity to do some journaling. I just write down my thoughts and observations while I'm traveling. I think it's a really nice way for me to look back on the memories and the lessons I've learnt while I travel.
Yum.
Peak travel lunch, I think. So as you guys have just seen, we've been to our Airbnb. We dropped our stuff off, had our gourmet lunch, and now we are heading off to get the tram E28, which is like a typical tram that you can take here in Lisbon, and it takes you around like different sites. So we've got about half an hour walking until we get there, and I'm just gonna take it and see where we go, I guess. We don't really have a solid plan, do we? No.
The Tram 28 is a very famous tram line in Lisbon. I think it mostly runs for tourists nowadays, but it was first introduced to the city in 1914, I believe. The tram has features to mimic the original look, like it's painted yellow. The interior is made of wood, and the buttons and levers and everything are made out of brass, which is what the original tram looked like. And you get to see a lot of the city. I would recommend starting at one of the end stops to make sure you get a seat. And as always, unfortunately, especially in European cities, but also everywhere, I feel like you need to be aware of pickpockets. Make sure that you're holding onto your things, because it's pickpocket central on there, let me just tell you that.
So, quick Airbnb tour. So we've got this nice little seating area outside. You can come here for breakfast. Pretty view of the city. And then this is the kitchen area. We were saying that the kitchen is very well equipped. Like there's an oven, there's 2 fridge freezers, there's a washing machine, coffee machine, microwave, plates, cutlery, everything you need. Nice little table. There's this corridor, and right at the end is where our room is. So I'm going to show you that now. So this is our room. We've got quite a bit of space. This is our bed. Nice. Lots of storage space. And we've just put all our stuff everywhere. As you can see, we've got a nice little desk and an Anna that comes with the room.